I'm gonna make this quick. I really want to make this quick. It's already 9 o'clock and I did a lot of work down here last night with those other sets in the background, but I decided to, and I wasn't going to do it, but I wanted to just because. I decided to put the Galaxy X4 together. As you remember, the 928 bricks came in a lot. This piece came in a lot of pieces came in a lot. So, and I decided that it's been a long time since I built a Galaxy S4, so let's build it. I just finished commenting on Facebook. It just honestly does not get old. I adore building most classic space sets. This is in the top 5 easily. I don't have it memorized, and my friend asked me if I did. I really don't have. The blue is easy. The blue and the trans yellows, the part from the deck up I can do in my sleep. The bottom part, it's just a convoluted mess. You don't see it because it looks so cool, but when you look underneath, it's just a convoluted mess of 2x8s, 2x6s, 2x4s, 1x8s, 1x6s, 1x4s, 4x10s, 4x12s, 6x12s, I think 6x6s. Somebody might have it memorized. Honest to goodness, they might have it memorized. I don't. I don't care to. Because on the other flip side, I don't have to, because I just go to lugnet.com. Once again, lugnet.com. The single best resource for Lego back in the day, and still my source for finding stuff. And you go into set reference and you click on, or you type in Galaxy Explorer or 928 or whatever, classic space. And it pulls up all the sets, and you click on the set you want, and then it says building instructions, and you click on building instructions, and it takes you over to Piron. Piron.com. Back then, all the sites, all the fan-based sites worked together instead of being antagonistic with one another and trying to one-up one another. Back then, they got along. Jackasses. Sorry, I said that. It's a time just like this set. It's a time that they say you can't go home again. It's a time that'll never happen again. The early days of the internet, the moving from the news group RTL, Rec Toys Lego, which I thought was nice, but basically a cesspool of adverts and trolls. And you had to winnow through all the chaff to find the nuggets of anything good. I didn't like RTL at all, much. I did meet some people, but when I got to RTL, basically Lugnet was just a couple months later, and boom, it was utterly fantastic. But enough about Lugnet and how wonderful it was, and to me still is. Then I went 928. So yeah, a lot of key parts came in the lots that we got over the weekend. The 4x10 trans yellow, the printed bricks, all there. The windshield's not there, but the 1x4 and 1x6 were there. Most of the rounds were there. The cones were not. I had to take the cones out of my collection. Most of the thrusters, or the cones, the rocket cones, the 4x4x2 rocket cones were there, and they are the original. Let me just get this. They are the original, because that Galaxy Explorer did not have the axle hole in them. So all these, I think I had 5 or 6, and so this thing takes 4 on top and 3 in the bottom. Of course, that's a grand total of 7. So I had to grab 1 or 2 from my collection. What I tried to do for this, I'll say over half of the plates were in the lots. All the bricks were in the lots. All the blue brick, all of them, including the blue plates. Most of the blue, but all the blue bricks, yes. All the blue, most of the blue plates, yes. I think I had to grab a couple 1x4s out of my collection, but other than that, 1x4 plates that are in here. But when it came to the gray, and I'm just noticing I missed it here. So when I was building it, I was taking all the really yellowed gray pieces that came in the lot out, and you can see the huge color difference between this guy and the plates that are in here. Because I wanted to make this, because in the end, This is going to be on display at some point because I'm not taking it apart again. It seems that when I put a classic space set together now, I don't bother taking it apart because I have enough parts. I don't have to reuse these parts for something else because I have enough parts to build something else. So basically, this will end up in a Ziploc, in a tote with other classic space sets. I will probably, though, that said, I did in older videos to show you, I did build I don't know, I can't remember how many iterations of the 6880 and the 6890. What I've found building this guy, and I showed you all my 928 bricks last time, and I have lots of them. The issue is the printed brick here is 1x4 printed brick, and I had to use 2 1x2s on this side from my collection because I built 17 of these guys for no reason other than I had 17 slopes. So, and when I built 17 of these guys, I used 34 1x4 printed blue bricks with the line pattern on them. And that was all of them. That's all the line bricks. I forgot that the Galaxy Explorer had two, that I had 17 slopes and 34 1x4 blue bricks with the lines on them. So I'm probably gonna take apart half of these because I don't need 17 together. So that's just being stupid. And a lot of them don't have the 1x2 lined brick on the back, printed brick in the back, the gray printed brick. So I'm gonna take apart half of those and I'm gonna reclaim the 1x4 printed brick so I can build other Galaxy Explorers, because I think I'd rather have, I'm not gonna get back up to 12. Again, that one show, there were 12 Galaxy Explorers in the layout. I don't have a layout big enough for 12 Galaxy Explorers now. I don't care to have a layout big enough for 12 Galaxy Explorers at this moment. Right now, I'm more concerned about making my layout for shows to be set up as fast and as easy as possible. And the layout that had 12 Galaxy Explorers took me a day to set up. It was 10 by 18, 10 feet by 18 feet. Yes, it looked great when it was done, but it took a long time. Now, it had a gazillion miles of monorail in it and blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to do that for a show. I'd rather have the time to talk to people. I don't want to babysit the layout. And the longer, the bigger you make it, the more monorail track you have, the more doodads you have on it, the more you're fixing before the show, during the show. Before COVID, I had the old layout, our new layout, basically, that one with the inside the boxes. I did 3 or 4 shows in Mississauga and in Hamilton, and I was under 2 hours to set up, and that's just, putzing around. I could probably get it down to almost an hour for setup, or just over an hour if I really focused on it. And so going back to having 12 Galaxy Explorers putting together and having room enough on a layout to show off 12 Galaxy Explorers, it's going to be a day of just setting up, of not visiting and talking to people, or even just sitting down and having lunch. Jeff and I did one show, the 12 by 12 or 12.5 foot by 12.5 foot, the square we called it. That took 2 days to set up because there was a gazillion miles of monorail track in that one. And in the end, I loved it, but it looked messy. So I don't want to do it again. So I'm building the stuff for me. And I guess I said the lot came with a lot of the pieces. I substituted the crappy pieces for good pieces out of my collection, and I'm going to probably replace that 2x8 there because it's really sticking out now. But it's not sticking out as much as, say, this guy would have if I had that one in there, because you can see how yellowed the old gray bricks get. So I'm not going to, if I build another one, put the antennas back on. If I build another one, I'm probably going to use more pieces from my collection. This is my mess right now, but this is my 2x2 to 2x4 plates, and you can see the yellowed ones in there. And it's pretty disgusting, actually. Now my 2x6 above, not as many, but again, right in here, you can see that one's really yellowed. Do I take them out? I don't know. Do I retrobrite them? I don't know. I haven't got around to it yet. But I do have enough pieces right now to make a quote-unquote as clean and new as possible Galaxy Explorer from 1978 and appreciate how it looks. So I'm going to put this on the shelf somewhere on display for a while, and be happy that I did it. I made the vehicle too right over here, and I'm going to be happy. So glad I did it. I think that's the last set I'm going to build out of this lot. I'm not building the building because I think that's where that dish came from, not the beta one. I'm not going to build the building, but I am going to just leave this as is. And there you go, one Galaxy Explorer in the lot. Most of the pieces, quote unquote, were there. I substituted some of my pieces for the bad pieces, and of course there was other pieces. I did not have enough of these in the lot, so I had to grab 2 of those for my collection. The 1x1 green, trans green, didn't have any anymore. The trans red, I still had some in the lot. The trans the 1x1 trans red round bricks were there. I had to grab these and 2 antennas from my lot for my collection. The 1x3s were all there. The black and yellow were there. The 2 big slope pieces were there. Or sorry, the 2 small slope pieces were there, the 2 big ones. One was broken, so I put it in the bin of doom, because I'm not really using it. Sorry, it's broken. See, bye. The guns were there, and these are the original guns. So these are the guns that do not hang lower than the plate. They're on right across the center of the plate. So these are the original. I think the year after this is when they went down to the lower version. That's this version here on this guy. So you can see that there's a difference. Now these are lower at the bottom of the plate. And this came out 2 or 3 years after this guy. So the original guns came in the lot. So again, missing the cones, missing some other pieces, very few pieces. And I really cannot complain at all about having yet another build of making one of my favorite space sets ever. And I'm going to put it on a shelf. So I think I've said that enough. I think I've said all this enough. So this will be addendum number 3 for the lot that I got. But I'm not pressing stop until I'm ready this time. So everybody stay safe, take care, treat other people as nice as you possibly can. Sometimes they don't deserve it, but it should make you feel better to treat other people as nice as you possibly can. The world's getting a little more snippy, a little more less joy, and it's time for us to find joy. I found joy building this today. I really did. I just brought back memories of not getting one when I was a kid. I brought back memories of getting 12, or yeah, around there. A lot of them off of eBay that one year. So many memories, even when I talked about it on my Facebook with my friend, talking about the first time he brought his space layout to one of our shows. And I just said, oh, you can bring space layouts to a show. And one of his sets in his space layout was the Galaxy Explorer. And that kind of triggered, as one of my influences for doing a space layout, was him bringing his classic space set to a show and having the Galaxy Explorer in that layout. So him bringing that led me to build that. One of the impetuses. The other one, I mean, there's Blacktron Intelligence Agency. Google it sometime on YouTube. There's a few other influences. I went into a pretty fair, detailed view of my walk to build the space layout in one of Joe Mino's brick journals. I think it was last November. So I'm not going to repeat everything that was in there, but a lot of joy can be had by building sets you want to build, even though it's a complete set, for sure. Yes, I'm rebuilding old sets instead of making mocks, but I can make mocks too. So I think that's enough. Happy that we got the lots. Happy that I can build another Galaxy Explorer. Happy that I'm going to probably, I was thinking that to keep on stretching out this movie past the 15-minute mark. I was honestly thinking about at one show, basically all the landing pads in the layout would just have Galaxy Explorers in like the top landing pads, all the landing pads on the base, just Galaxy Explorers. and it's kind of a given that I can do it. So right now I don't do that, but it's hey, just for one show, just do it for the heck of it, just because I can. Everybody stay safe, take care, just find some happiness. I know I'm going to try, and I'll talk to you guys soon.